Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Yoshi's Island. Just previously, we wrapped our heads around a level-long puzzle in World 4-5, and then tested our platforming reflexes amidst the water of World 4-6. Now with 4-7 up ahead, based on that icon, it looks like we're going to be doing some more platforming. And now, it's time to ride like the wind. Welcome back, Donut Block Rag. We got a Koopa shell here along with some more Koopas. Looks like there's some very big hills already. Get this flower. Well, this complicates things. Okay, so normally you can get that with a well-timed Goomba springboard, but barring that, we're going to have to improvise. So if you aim this, you throw this shell upward and aim it just right, it will not fall on there. Okay, plan B. Let's go back and have the paratroopers reappear. So with a well-timed Goomba springboard, you can nab that flower and get back up safely. Here's one of those fast-moving red platforms letting us vault up higher. A spring ball letting us do something similar. Avoid the piranha plant, of course. Another red platform getting us to a different section we couldn't reach before, and yet another one rising us up higher. As you can see, the red platforms are one of the major themes of this level. You see them a lot. Massive changes in elevation are a theme as well, as you can also tell. And here we have a Huffin' Puffin. Haven't seen them since 3-3. Don't mind if I do borrow your kids there, lady. Or man. Still haven't figured out what gender those big ones are. And these puffins come in extra handy if you feel like using them, because there are Koopas everywhere in here. And hey, look, 2 more. Let's pop this. Whoa, okay, let's pop this cloud to grab ourselves some stars and immediately lose 2 of them. In the upward, you can use the puffins to pop the get rid of the Koopas if possible. But remember, if they bounce off 3 surfaces, they'll go away. We kind of want to keep them if at all possible. So, following this valley along, let's nab this one up. Get these red coins and flower, but wait, we have something to go back for. So if you jump up and hover left here, you'll find they're hiding a spring ball from us. You can get that with an egg, but hey, this was flashier. Let's head upward. We have ourselves a bonus area now. Ah, I lost a puffin. Okay, yeah, be sure not to lose them with those eggs there. So we have another one of these giant red inflating balloons. Haven't seen one of them since 4-3, though it hasn't been a while. This is actually the only other appearance of the balloon. So we have this long line of coins here. Don't worry, all of them are yellow. Hello, 1-up. If you miss a few, it's okay. None of them are required. This is just a nice bonus area to get yourself some potential extra lives. There's some dead air. Every Let's Player's worst nightmare. So the coins here are, again, optional. If anything, you want to be more worried about falling off the balloon, because that means you can't collect any of the coins coming up, rather than missing out on a few just sitting up there. But this bonus area isn't all, because as you fall, you immediately want to be ready to hover and head to the right, because we haven't... Oh, crud, I missed. Be back in a second. Well, fortunately, everything necessary for these bonus areas respawn. The spring ball does, the balloon does if you miss some coins, and fortunately, if you didn't get the copper section right the first time, this bubble also respawns. Da-na-na-na-na. So head along at a steady pace here, but don't go too fast because it quickly turns downward. After not much time, we find ourselves at a Yoshi block. Altogether, that bonus area can give you... Looks like 210 coins, a 1-up, and access to this cloud down here that I botched. Fortunately, the only thing in there are stars, basically. You do need to go down this lower section at least once, though, because you'll miss out on those red coins and flower that they seem to have stuck there because there was nowhere else to put them. I suppose maybe they decided late on in development that they didn't want to hide them in that bonus section, which I suppose is fair because it's kind of hard to stay on that balloon. But hey, enough about the last section, let's talk about this one. We have a whole bunch of little alcoves along the cliffside here. Come here, Puffin. We have some stars here, and a key! There's bound to be a minigame hut to use that on. Careful with your jumps here, as making the walls appear and disappear when you go in and out of them. Can kind of delay... I just lost my train of thought. It will kind of mess up the timing with your jumps here, which is important because you need to vault off this bullet bill to get up here with that flower, and look, the minigame hut reside. What's in this one? It's gather coins again. Seems like we keep finding these in the 7th levels of every world. 1-7, 2-7, and now 4-7. Would you believe I missed a shutout by 1 coin? 1 coin! Well, still got a full. And back in the main level. Flippers head you back off to the left, but we actually have no more to do in this section, so let's be very careful around the Bill Blaster. We know it's there. And head over to the right here, we have a paddle wheel. And yes, every one of the coins in this section are red. So, in fact, since they're very much important, you can use those health and puffins that you kept, hopefully, from the previous section to nab all of them without having to put yourself at risk. Grand total of 8 of them, just from this one paddle wheel section. And away it falls, and you want to jump real fast from this red platform to get onto this fast-moving yellow one, but not quite as fast, to grab this flower here. And now we fall onto the next one. Be sure not to move until the very last moment. Another one. And with that, we have the end already. Yoshi just reached the goal ring by doing almost absolutely nothing. No bonus, and the Huff and Puffins left, even worse. I'm not sure what Baby Mario was doing there. 30, 25, 100. Even despite that disappointment at the end, I'll still take a perfect score. I don't know about you guys. And here we have the castle. And real quick, has anyone noticed what they did here? As you notice, the first half of World 4 started with a sort of standard grassland level, a cave, an athletic level in the sky, and a castle level. Then after that, we have another grassland level, a water level, more athletics, and then a castle. Kind of like World 2. And I suppose it only fits this Mario homage to and the level with the and the world with the boss as iconic as a Koopa Troopa. Welcome to the castle of Hookbill the Koopa. Very interesting tile set right away. It's a very purple color. We haven't seen much like it before. And to hell with waste not, want not. You want all of these eggs. Mind the hot lips down there, trust me. You saw what that thing could do in 4-4. Last thing you want to do is get insta-dead from touching that lava. Wow, I went Buffy speak there for a second. So anyway, spit the shell to reach that flower. The major element of the puzzles in this level is throwing Koopa shells to reach things you wouldn't otherwise be able to reach. Mind the hot lips there, spit the shell to reach that flower, no point in risking it. And by the way, if you don't hit that bucket at enough of an angle, it'll just fall and not spill its contents. Let's stock up on eggs. That's a coin. Stock up on eggs. Here's a new obstacle. These maces on cranks here with a boo guy manning them. Don't let them fall on you, and you can't really jump around them either because even the chain damages you. So let's just wait for it to go up, and onward. This one's hiding something, though. We actually want to fall down below where this one's guarding. Here's a pair of red coins, and curiously enough, a door. Welcome to the Blue Chamber, the other major room of this castle. We don't want to head through those flippers just yet. We have a couple winged clouds to activate. Oh, I missed. Anyway. There are 2 different ways up this little passage. You can take either one of them. Since I'm always a completionist, I'm going to activate all the cloud... Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Phew. Almost thought I was going to run right into that one. Okay. Stairs have been created. Here we have an unusual case of the ball and chain on one side of the passage. Sweeping through there, as you can see. And this mace blocking the other one, except for very narrow cases. You know, screw it, let's just bounce eggs off the walls here. Because it's so much easier to just use those eggs to do your dirty work than to try and jump down there yourself, because odds are very high that you'll just get hit. Save yourself the trouble, just use the eggs. So jump up here to pop this winged cloud to create another staircase that will lead you up here and onward. Flower. Paddles, this section right here is a bit of a choke point as far as the Blue Chamber goes. Every other entrance to here is designed to kind of lead you up to here. It's kind of where it dumps you out. And here we are back in the Purple Chamber, just off to the left here. Is where we headed downward, so we didn't really lose any distance. Ow. Come here, Mario. Alright, so those arrows point downward, but first we want to check this out. because this shell will let us get to that cloud with a 1-up inside. Downward, it seems we need another shell to reach that. One we can't get since that's a one-way passage. Looks like our only option is this door. And we find ourselves back in the blue passage chamber. So as you can see, the other main theme of this dungeon is that there are two big rooms that you have to go between. We're switching between the purple and blue passage. I said passage again, damn it! We'll be switching between the purple and blue chambers, rooms, etc. often as you try and find the way out. So this time we want to head up here where this blue arrow rock awaits, and some thorns, But more importantly, do you see it? That ceiling is breakable, and up here is a bonus area with a pair of medium milds. Kind of my nickname for them anyway. They behave just as in the marching mild fight. You can eat them, you can jump on them, peg them with eggs. Beware, the medium ones still jump around! Good thing it's not a boss fight. And as usual, you still can't eat them. I'm not entirely sure why, considering they're not much bigger than the fat guys or the flutters Yoshi was able to eat. Game balance be damned. Hey, anyone notice how that mild's walking on a little lower of a space as Yoshi? Not sure how that happened. I'm sure I'll find out in post-production. What do we get from taking care of these enemies? A single red coin! Yeah. When I was younger, I went through this entire level getting a 99, and it took me a while to figure out where that last red coin was. And now I've saved you all the, embarrassment, I suppose? Be very careful around this passage so the arrow rock doesn't dump you off into some of those thorns. Can't talk. Locked door here. We don't have the key. We'll have to find it. And it seems we picked up a couple red coins, but we're back down here. Looks like our only choice is to head through this door we've already headed through, unfortunately. Suppose this lower right passage is a bit of a zonk. If you can't figure out anywhere else to go, you end up here. Here we are, back through the default exit, back in the purple room. But this time, we have another shell, and we know somewhere we can use it. This cloud will pop, creating, as one might predict, some stairs, letting us get up to this door we couldn't reach before. And now we are finally in that upper right section. Here we have that key we were looking for, and a middle ring. So as you may have noticed, these doors actually correspond very well to their counterparts in the other big chamber. Yes, for once, the doors actually do not defy the laws of physics, and it's actually kind of cool to see that worked into a puzzle. Go figure, doors that actually make sense are actually a novelty in this game. So, mind that low clearance, and now we can finally go through this locked door. Oh boy, okay. This upper chamber, part of the blue chamber. Okay. I'm about to welcome you to one of my least favorite enemies in the freaking game. Meet the fishing Lakitu! That hook is scary accurate, likes to move erratically, and he will run off with Baby Mario. Curiously enough, if you eat his cloud, it actually doesn't eat it right away. You can eat it, but it doesn't create it. Come back here, you pain in the... Come here. You can pop his cloud with eggs like before. You can eat it, and as it showed before, they just keep respawning. This cloud actually doesn't, Yoshi actually doesn't just kind of swallow the cloud whole. He, just sits in his mouth until you either eat it normally. It doesn't produce an egg, curiously enough. Thank God that's the last of the red coins. Or you can just spit it out to no effect, but oh my God, is that section over? Am I glad that section's over with? And welcome to one of my more favorite parts of the level. As you can see, there's more than just those green blocks here. The yellow ones, when struck, turn green. The red ones become yellow, and this is just like it's a mess. Your ultimate goal is to reach that spring ball up there. And as long as the eggs do not bounce, okay, I can't talk apparently. As long as the eggs hit another one of the breakable blocks before bouncing 3 times, it will keep going nigh indefinitely. It's actually rather fun. Of course, if you don't want to get stuck waiting around, you can just dip into your inventory and, well, that's disappointing. I don't have a green watermelon. This is rather embarrassing. But if you do have one, you can just use a green melon and shoot right through all of the... I could be doing this better. So it goes without saying that Since those sections on the left and right with the flowers have eggs within them, you want to aim for those first. Give yourself a little more to work with as you slowly get to this. You slowly free this spring ball. Consider it freed. But hey, that's a little more destruction. Come on. That could have gone better. Anyway, up here already, and one quick check more. Yes, we have all the coins and flowers. I should have known that, though. Here we have our boss room. And here's why I didn't say on guard right away. We find ourselves on the castle rooftop in a very interesting tile set. Not to mention a real dramatic build-up. Check this out, seriously. And here's that middle ring. Pass through the fog, which gives them an excuse to change the backdrop to something a little more dramatic. There goes our way away. Not that we wanted it. Little Koopa, come through for me now! Go forth and rock Yoshi's world! Anyone else notice the lack of exclamation point in that text box? I guess they ran out of room. Meet Hookbill the Koopa. A little more monstrous than his regular kin, he has to walk on 4 legs usually. You notice a curious lack of eggs? And you notice how we like to jump up and, ooh, that was close, run straight at you and then top it off with a flying press. He's got a deceptively big hitbox, so be very careful, especially when he starts to run. If he does so, if he would show me, head straight to the corner and be ready to run under him when he jumps. As you notice, I'm lacking on eggs, but how do I get them? Well, if you jump on him, he'll cough up some for you. I'm not entirely sure how it works. Be very. Oh no! As I was trying to say, it's very hard to tell where the safe zone ends and his hitbox begins. So play it safe and jump on his shell, not his head. Okay. Be back in just a bit. Okay. Take 2. Let's do this again. Okay, Hookbill. No fooling me this time. Especially since I've shown the nice people how you attack already. Neat little trick when you're getting eggs, if you just hold the ground pound on him. Okay, that was weird. Yeah, you just hold down, you just keep doing this. Sometimes they'll do a double ground pound too. Not this time, no, for some reason. Anyway, jump carefully off him. Alright, buddy, rear up for me. Hit him once on the head, he falls back. You have to hit him 3 times. 3 times to get him to fall over, and then, BAM! Be very careful when he pops up, though, because he will bounce 3 times with his get-up attack. That's a key number there. He will do it exactly 3 times, so you know exactly how long you have to run for your life. Now that he comes up, that's 1 hit, 2, 3, and pow! Let's head off to the left here to give ourselves some room to work with. He bounces once, twice, 3 times, and now we need more eggs. Alright, Hookbill, cough them up for me. Here we go. Now let's turn around. Watch as he, I'm not sure how he turns around there. His Comics Magic had a number in that. 1 hit, 2, 3, and goodbye! As Hookbill's shell shatters. See ya. And if this key and door materializing out of nowhere didn't make enough sense already, try explaining how it does it in open air. Like I said, probably symbolic. Oh well. 30, 20, 5, 100. That's a perfect score for World 4, and you know what that means. And worth noting, the extra and bonus for World 4 are rather interesting. I'll get to the extra level a little later, you know. Here we have the island view, and it seems we're back to the castles on the island view looking nothing like their counterparts on the drawn map. Oh well. Goodbye. And I noticed that volcano just off to the right there that we never actually explored. But actually the place we're going next is more interesting than just some dumb volcano, because we're taken to the mountains and skies now. That sounded a little cooler in my head, but trust me, it's actually very interesting. So, doubling back real fast like usual, let's check out what World 4's bonus is, shall we? Oh boy, Want to know what it is? It's match cards! Yeah! You know how incredible it was back in World 3? Well, now you have as much access to it as you want. This is the freaking mother lode! I am telling you. Every time you go through here, as long as your memory holds true, you can get 6 items and 10 extra lives with every play. And you can play this as many times as you want now. This is bar none the best way to get inventory items and extra lives. Oh crud, where was that green melon? Was it here? No? Okay, I still got one more try. You can get items and lives here easier than in any other way in the entire game. It's great, seriously. And with 6 pairs, you can't, unfortunately, get a blue melon, but we can get something even better. Just like that, 6 items and 10 lives. And you can do this as much as you want now. Seriously, total game breaker. Sort of. And now, we have 4 worlds done. It's hard to believe, I know. Next time on Let's Play Yoshi's Island, we begin World 5. And I and I assure you, you haven't seen nothing yet.